Whoa, 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 what is this? A new episode of Helluva Boss? And not just any episode, but the 6th episode of the 2nd season. And as we can see, this episode is much, much better than any of the recent ones. And damn, I haven't said that about the Helluva Boss in a long time. At first we were drowning in cringe and other filler episodes, and now it's an incredibly cute reconciliation between Fitzroy and Blitz. And by the way, there's a lot of Fitzroy in this episode, which is nice. There's also a lot of backstory about him, action, and in the end, many of us have long considered that Helluva Boss, well, have turned into a filler garbage, where episodes have no purpose or meaning whatsoever. But all I had to do was to make a video about the legendary return of the Adventure Time with Fiona and Cake for 30 minutes. And it's just a masterpiece, the words cannot describe even, so just go and watch it. And at the same time, the Helluva Boss appeared, for half an hour. And by the way, the Adventure Time video is a must-watch, so come on, let's go, do your homework first and then watch the video about the Helluva Boss. So, as for the boss, here we have both the plot and finally Blitz with his damn disclosure problems that we've been waiting for 2 seasons. And at the same time, Stolas and Asmodeus again, everything is quite wonderful. I'm really happy that Helluva Boss doesn't drown in cringe, incomprehensible character dumbing for the sake of the plot or meaningless vulgarity. That is way too much. You gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Well, great. Now they combine what I love about Helluva Boss and at the same time what I hate. Oh my god, just look at this. I don't like excessive vulgarity everywhere and anywhere. Here, an episode full of lust. Yeah, let's stuff so much debauchery and vulgarity in here that I can't even write proper words for this video. But here we have Asmodeus, the sin of lust, and we finally see that great lure of one of the circles of hell in all its glory after the restaurant episode. Oh, I see the sneaky imps decided to cross paths with the Supreme Demon. Well, now you'll get what's coming for you to your Oh, in the end, he won't do anything to them throughout the whole episode. Yep. Okay, moving on. The episode is quite dynamic, although many things seem to happen by the will of the scriptwriter. It amused me separately that Stryker sometimes expresses himself the same way I do in reviews when I see the same jokes in every goddamn Helluva Boss episode.
Why is it always a sex thing?
Oh well, you know, from the point of view, unlike any other where there is too much vulgarity that makes me a little uncomfortable, this series is both cute and vulgar, and criticizing it would be strange from this perspective, because here is Asmodeus. He embodies the lust. Anyway, it's me, D, and you're watching DeeAnimations channel, and I'm glad to see this colorful demonic world in action again, even for 30 minutes. That's what life-giving merch does. But again, the question remains, is the episode good itself? Because sometimes the Helluva Boss seems to balance between something beautiful, emotional, and interesting, and at the same time it draws into something devilishly cringy, drowning in the worst form of adult humor, as if children were allowed to scream curses left and right, scream about dicks, and think that this is the pinnacle of comedy. And what pisses me off even further, intentionally making characters dumber than they are, just for the sake of the plot happening. So, what should I do? Love the 6th episode or hate it? To love or to hate? That is the question. However, no matter how you look at it, you cannot ignore the fact that this episode is definitely better than the one with that summer camp or something. Last time I tried to ignore any problems with that episode, but what did Vivienne give us in the 6th episode? So what's the episode is about? Specifically, it's about Fitzroy. It is his solo episode that many have been waiting for a very long time, and especially to see him and Asmodeus again. I think the 6th episode really pleased everyone who was waiting for something like this. Here we got Asmodeus, his relationship with Fitzroy, and the domain of Asmodeus still remind me of Stolas' palace because of this similar bluish golden color scheme of the decorations, but overall it looks luxurious and not like some lustful club, which is nice. Although Uncle Asmodeus confirms his status as the Lord of Lust, there are succubi walking around in aprons and other individuals. Asmodeus even tells Stolas about his philosophical understanding of lust and other things he does at work. Well, they went abroad with this, although there are way too much debauchery in this episode. A lot of things. On one hand, we follow Asmodeus and Fitzroy, the sin of lust and his circle, and from the logical point of view, seeing so much, well, everything is quite understandable in an adult cartoon. However, I believe that there should be a limit to many things, and in this case, it is presented too extravagantly. Sometimes I wonder if all the boundaries of depravity have already been touched upon in this series. Like, What else can they show us? Oh, well, maybe next time they might actually go into hentai on YouTube. But where else can they go? I think they have already shown everything in just 2 seasons. Well, let's give credit where credit is due. There is no equal to the Helluva Boss as a project on YouTube in terms of lust and debauchery. But in the end, the more interesting plot parts are what make the episode better than some others. We not only can see the confrontation between Blitzo and Fitzgerald, but also finally understand what was between the characters, what path they have taken. Suddenly, Fizz loses everything and it seems to him that Blitzo was to blame for everything. Although Blitzo, to some extent, was at fault. Fate punished him much more by taking away his family. But let's approach this gradually. The episode starts off quite amusingly, with the everyday life of Asmodeus and Fizz. Fizz intentionally wants to go somewhere on a grid circle, where the father of Moxie and his shark mafia comes from. And so, after all the logical arguments from Asmodeus, Fizz literally goes there where the point is to kidnap everyone and ransom them. Well, it seems like the series is no longer trying to hide that everything is deliberately done to make everything happen as the script wants. Oh well, if they don't care, maybe I shouldn't care either. And don't even think about it, it's not the characters who take actions. In their world, there are angels and demons, which means there is a god who wrote the entire destiny as a script. And the characters themselves don't decide anything. If a character needs to get caught in a mafia ambush, they will convince Asmodeus to let them go intentionally. They will deliberately go in a full parade and performance, you know, the usual stuff, whatever. I don't even know if this is appropriate for me to criticize the show. The viewers don't even care, the authors don't care, so why should I care? So, during their inconspicuous walk, Fizz and Blitz clash with each other and their mutual argument begins about who screwed over whom more in life. But as it starts, they actually see each other for the second time in 15 years after the incident that caused their, well, breakup. Immediately, all the Shark Mafia, Crimson, and even Striker gather behind them. Basically, all the scum of lower caste of demons that we remember from the show, and they easily catch Blitz and Fitz. And now these 2 idiots are held hostage. So meanwhile, they show us a conversation between Asmodeus and Stolas, where our little owl came to Asmodeus to ask for those crystals for Blitz, thanks to which demons of the Circle of Lust can easily travel to the mortal world. Still, using Stolas' grimoire every time is not the best idea, and we remember what came out last time. Overall, I really like this conversation. Much better than when they show the conversation between Andrealphus and Stella, where they reveal that Stella is not smarter than a stool. And then we see Crimson threatening Asmodeus on a magical phone. Asmodeus himself, one of the mortal sins, those who stand above the Princess of Goetia. Are you trying to tell me that Crimson has reached such a level? Actually, I cannot believe it. It's like, seriously, claiming that Gato, the mafioso from Naruto that you don't even remember, was still controlling Zabuza and is now threatening Uchiha Madara. You get the comparison, right? And it's just ridiculous. However, Crimson behaves like a real sly fox. He's not going to engage in any confrontation with him, and we have learned that Asmodeus is the weakest of the sins of hell, which surprised me for a moment. Throughout the series, we see everyone sleeping with each other, we see vulgarity almost in every freaking episode, and completely all humor in this Helluva Boss is built either on debauchery or on unexpected violations of expectations. And here I am told that the demon, technically whose influence I see throughout the all episodes of the series, except the pilot and here on those, he means he's the weakest. I just cannot believe it at all. The narrative construction of the script and the portrayal of the world of the Helluva Boss didn't prepare me for this at all. Vulgarity was present both in hell and in the human world. It was everywhere, in the characters, above them, around them, in any kind of directions, in their motives and actions. And now here it is. Interesting. And even though I still don't believe that the Sin of Hell could not instantly locate the demon he needed and immediately send all the bad guys into oblivion. But okay, we were told that he's the weakest or whatever. Let's assume he cannot do that. Although, as I remember, Stolas even made it to our imp without the grimoire in the human world. And Stolas is a demon way lower in the hierarchy than Asmodeus. However, all of this finally leads us to the point that Fitz and Blitz will not only escape from the trap, but Blitz causes chaos with just one move. But finally, we'll learn about the tragedy of Fitz and Blitz. About how the circus burned down due to the carelessness when they were working there as children. How it destroyed both of their lives and how Blitz lost his mother there. And also created a rift in the friendship between Blitz and Fizz. But when it dawned on them that they were just both a complete idiots who didn't think to talk to each other over 15 years, and neither of them blames the other, only after that they reconciled again and they were friends again. It was really great to watch. Their dynamics together are very amusing and their differences complement each other. Well, you know, in chaos and all that actions that they create, even his attempts to distract attention, yeah, that was funny, yeah.
Secret to Bitcoin, computers and microchips.
Oh yeah, by the way, we also learned that Asmodeus is not only the weakest one, but also a complete idiot. Without Stolas, who still walks with him there, Asmodeus would literally screw up everything he has. Genius! You can see how in this episode he is literally declassified from a cool demon to the weakest idiot of the sins of hell. Which also goes against the logic of everything shown in the show. And on the other hand, this can be seen as Crimson wanted to hurt him by revealing his attachment to Fitzroy, which makes him weak, suggesting that he can be manipulated. In general, it's logical, and if you think so, give it a like. However, still consider the fact that the previously powerful demon now appears much simpler and more human-like in his eyes. Maybe that was the twist of the episode. Who knows? From that perspective, everything is presented well, and bureaucrats don't always understand. And probably, by the way, in this series, they showed us the healthiest relationship throughout the show, and the irony is that it's about lust, the very embodiment of sin. Isn't this ironic? Well, let's get back to our fools. They caused chaos, ran away, and then reconciled nicely. It's actually quite cute. However, this whole story allowed us to learn that that was all because of an accident. Blitz accidentally ruined his own life and the lives of others. Everyone from the circus scattered around the world. Blitz lost his family, and Fizz ended up who knows where before Asmodeus found him. And what happens to Blitz's sister, Barbie Wire? She was getting treated for some hellish drug or something. In short, all of this was caused by just one coincidence and a cake. Overall, you could say that Blitz achieved something by managing to ruin the lives of everyone around him, including himself, and all in one day. But on the other hand, finally, after the whole series, I actually feel sorry for him. I've been waiting for something like this for a long time. I even told you that Blitz seemed like a jerk for no reason, but now it's different. I finally learned the story of the main character, and now I can actually feel sorry for him. That's wonderful. And there's also my face in this episode. That's wonderful! But anyway, the fact remains that this episode is much better than many of the previous ones. The lore, the action, the emotions, it evokes so many more positive emotions, and that's what matters. And I'm glad about that. And I'm also glad that it's unlikely we'll see the increase of debauchery, as it's already reached its peak. The next move would be probably make a hentai on YouTube, but who knows if that will stop them anyway. Interesting act, by the way, how all the demons, even the Striker, are afraid of this green fire specifically. So, this is probably one of the best, if not the best, episode of the second season. In the end, the revelations of the lore and the emotions of Blitz and Fitzroy, it's the little cute but important thing that I think fans have been waiting for this for a long time. So, congratulations to all the fans of Helluva Boss with such a good episode. But I hope the next episode will maintain the same emotional and dramatic level as this one. Well, thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you like it. If you do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one.